Love and Joe.
Tim!
Ah, I got a pretty ass.
You do have a pretty ass. You know,
Thank
we
you.
we don't hang around each other naked all the time, but
No, it sits up.
it,
Like it's
it
very high.
yeah,
For me to be 6'4", it's up there.
you got a tall butt. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's cute though. Good for
Yeah,
you.
it's not made for, 5, 6 and below. But
No,
like
it's not. But that's okay. That's okay.
yeah.
We work
But
with
it's
what we got.
okay. There are beds, there are step stools, there are all things.
I'm doing like the I can't remember the name of the
Don't do
workout.
that. You have to talk to your ass very nicely.
No. I'm doing. Oh no, what I'm saying is that I'm doing the squats where you lift your leg up to get ass.
Oh,
The very concentrated. Like I'm at the
yeah.
gym like ass,
Yeah.
like, trying to
I
reverse engineer one.
I was looking at my ass the other day and I was like, why does it look like a peach for real? Like, why am I in
You got
Atlanta?
a fruit butt. You got
Yeah,
a
I
fruit
got
butt.
peach. Like,
Yeah.
it is now, it really does come. Like, I was like, okay.
You got a heart butt. It's cute as shit.
Yeah. I was like,
Literally.
oh, okay. And I have dimples. That's how you know it's real. Like,
You do. That's right. Ain't no filler
shout
in
out to
there.
cellulite. Like,
Yep. All thriller, no filler, baby. That's Well, Tim, we are here because we wanted, it's the holiday season.
it's the holiday season.
We're trying to get into a, happy, maybe thankful mood. And I
Yeah.
thought, what it might be fun to share with people some of our favorite things we did this past year, things we purchased, things we saw, read, whatever. Just kind of
Yes.
our thankful 2024 list.
Yes.
How's that sound?
That sounds beautiful.
Well, I'll put the pressure on you. You want to tell
Oh.
us the first? You want to tell us the first thing you want to talk about?
Well, the very first thing I'm very grateful for is my barber.
Oh my God! Yes,
She put me on her Instagram,
she did.
and I was very sweet. She was very sweet with her message, and I love her very much. I call her Z the barber. And she's the best. I'm very grateful for her. She always gets my line really good.
It looks great.
And everything that I'm like interested in like trying, she's like, yeah, let's do it. And she does it and it looks good. And I'm very grateful.
Gorgeous. That's awesome.
Yeah. I love you very much. What about you? What are you grateful for?
I'm gonna say that the first thing I'm grateful for is your witchcraft. So, because of your
Anne Rice's
deep
Tim's Witchcraft.
magic with a K, that you did at the end of last year, I've had probably the best DJ year I've had.
Yeah.
I have played in front of like thousands of people.
Mhm, mhm.
I've gotten into clubs and played in front of like packed houses,
Yeah,
and
and you've gotten shirtless
I've gotten shirtless.
and played with the bears.
I've had people ask me to remove my clothes and play music, which might not be everybody's dream, but I'm not complaining.
I mean, it's definitely a few people's dreams.
It's yeah, you gotta give people what they want. Um, so yeah, so like I've had like a really fun time, like this quote unquote side hustle, this thing that's fun is
Mhm.
like becoming even more fun, and I'm even making some money off of it. So it's like
Yeah.
this is awesome. So yeah, the first thing I'm grateful for in 2024 is like being productive, being focused, and getting a little bit of help from my magical friend. So thank you for your love
Yeah.
and support.
Always,
Um,
always, I always support my friend.
and side shout out to my partner in crime, Al, who has also been very supportive as I've been traveling and overnighting and not always home. He has
Yes.
been a very strong supporter as well. So thank you, Al. If you hear this, thank you. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's the first thing. What you got next?
Well, next I will say, I I haven't been able to go every single time, but the Plump Atlanta events that I've gone to in
Yeah.
Atlanta have really been a place of a community for
Mhm.
people like me and given me the space to be that I am normal and desirable and um okay to have fun and enjoy people that are black and big around me.
Amen.
Sure. So like shout out to Plump Atlanta. Shout out to He Short on Instagram. I love you very much. You put together this lovely event and I love to go. So
Oh, that's awesome. Plump Atlanta.
yeah.
Is
What
that
about
is
you?
that a predominantly black event?
Yes. So
Yeah.
it's predominantly black, queer, fat. Like
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, good, good, good. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
What about you? You
I'm
next.
gonna I'm gonna talk about some retail therapy. Is that okay?
Ooh, of course. It's
Okay.
always good.
Some things I bought this year that I'm very happy I bought.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, if you've been listening to the Cup and Chub since the beginning, you know there's the great debate between me and Tim about washcloths and how we scrub ourselves, if you will. And I won't rehash that here because that's not what this episode's for. But
No,
in that,
I mean, okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
But within that debate, we also went to a Korean spa together. I
Did
had my first real Korean scrub,
yeah,
where the first, second, and maybe third layers of my skin were removed. Um, and Tim recommended these scrub pads that he had that he's got at his house. I tried them when I visited, and I was like, I really, really like these. And
yeah,
so I went online to Amazon. They are extremely cheap. They're not
yeah.
expensive,
Very.
and I wouldn't use them every day. Depending on your level of sensitivity with your skin.
Yeah.
But like once a week, I am scrubbing my skin with these things to
Mm.
exfoliate and absolutely love them. So, Tim,
And
we made,
your skin looks luminous. It look
thank you.
yes, it does.
We can agree to disagree on certain things, maybe, but I really appreciate your feedback on the Korean scrub pads. Thank you so much.
Hmm.
Okay, sweet. Next retail therapy thing.
Yeah.
Everybody, comment wherever. It's fine. Um, the next thing I want to
As
talk
long as you're
about,
bathing, I'm okay.
as
Like
long as you're bathing, as long as you're cleansing yourself. The next thing is Navy cologne. It's just called Navy. It's in a blue bottle.
Mhm.
I had this as a like a middle schooler. I found it at like some retail store, and I have a lot of my like early queer memories tied to the scent.
Mhm.
And once I got into middle school, and middle school boys are always like putting shit on, and they
Axe.
smell weird and axe and all that bullshit. So I lost sight of that cologne. And then for Christmas last year, um, I was looking at stuff to add to my wish list, and I found Navy cologne, and I was
Aw.
like, this is a scent I have not smelled in like 25 years or whatever.
Does it smell like semen?
No, no, it's kind of smells like a generic like men's cologne. It's not in it of itself like special or unique. I'm sure I could probably find like 10 others that smell similar.
Yeah.
There's something about this one that throws me back to 1997 where
Yeah.
it's like
Like
I
frosted
smell it.
tips. Like
Frosted tips,
yeah.
the metal ball necklace, the skater jeans, lots of Jinko.
It's
Um,
gonna be May.
I just absolutely love it. So I've been wearing it regularly. I got a big old jar of it. So Navy cologne is also part of my retail therapy. The last thing on my retail therapy is going to be the Arjun, Arjen, Arjun jock straps. So when we decided to go to Cannonball,
Mhm.
I had to upgrade my attire.
Yes.
And one thing that's very popular at these things is are jock straps.
Yeah.
People are rocking them for various reasons. Some as a fashion statement,
Some has easy
some
access.
for easy access, most for easy access. But if one other benefit to jock straps is they do like kind of give you figure, like they kind
Yeah.
of like lift and give you a little bit of butt. So
Yeah.
if you're wearing them in some short shorts and maybe you have a Hank Hill ass, thank you Al, um, they really, really help. They really help plump and lift. And so these are also very inexpensive. I got them on Amazon for like a 3-pack, and they're perfect. You know, I've got some weight on me. My waist is not very well defined. I'm kind of plumpy, and these jock
Thank
straps
God.
like really, really kind of like fit on me well, where most don't. I have a really nice Fenty jock strap that I cannot wear. It's just
Really?
yeah, because of the width of the width of the waist and the
Yeah.
connection to my legs. It's like my body eats it up. It doesn't look good, and it's because of
Oh,
my body shape. It just doesn't work well in the Fenty,
gotcha.
unfortunately. But these like
Try Carter wear.
try Carter wear. Okay, so I'll throw that
Yeah.
on my list.
It's on Instagram.
But 3-pack of 20, Arjun, really love it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I love
What you
that.
got?
Well, since we're dabbling into things that we buy for our mental and regular health, I'm gonna go with the Love Ball. Wait, yeah, I guess technically I did buy tickets to the Love Ball, and that
Oh
that was
yeah.
fun. Yeah, I went to the Love Ball, and that was like with Shea Coulee and
Oh,
Monet Exchange, Luxor London, Taste from UK, and Lala Ree from Atlanta,
that's right.
and had a great, amazing time with my friend Tara. So that was fun.
Oh
But mostly and importantly, the vitamins that I forgot I needed
yeah.
that I bought and started using again, vitamin B12 and vitamin D. I forgot how important those are
Yep.
to my mood, and I incorporated them, and within like 2 days I was
Done.
a new woman. Like, it was amazing. So shout out to them. Um and the harnesses that I bought at Canada.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
gorgeous.
Um, I think the team was called Strapped Up. I think that is what they're called, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I think you're right.
Yeah, and like I bought two harnesses. One was neon, the other one was like just a regular harness looking, and it was they're so cute. I love them. They are not leather, but they feel so comfortable,
Yeah,
and they're multi-purpose. You can use them anywhere.
you really can, and they're waterproof.
They are waterproof, and they're bear accessible. Yeah,
Yep, they sure are.
gay bear accessible, not actual bear accessible. Like,
If you were lucky enough to be at Barcode this past weekend, or if you're on my short list of trusted people on Instagram, you may have seen a certain somebody
close
in
friends.
their leather harness, maybe.
There's another thing that I want to tell people. If you want to be added to our close friends, just DM us, and
Yeah,
maybe we'll think about it for sure.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
be willing to do that.
exactly.
Can I tell you about a couple shows I went to that I really liked?
Of course.
So the first one, I think this was back in February. I saw Mateo Lane live. Have we talked about your
Oh,
opinion on Mateo Lane? Do you have an opinion on Mateo Lane?
so he's in the Bob Monet universe,
Right.
and like he does give me chuckles. I'm not like I probably wouldn't go see him live quite yet. Like he
Yeah.
hasn't given me enough will to want to go and see him live. But like I understand why people would think he's
Yeah.
funny. He's kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah, I really he couldn't get a special deal with any of the networks or streamers. So he just dropped a bunch of stuff on YouTube, a bunch of his like comedy hours that he worked on.
Yeah.
And I like his bit. It's a pretty stupid bit. It's I'm a gay Italian
Yeah.
and 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 I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but between that and again, yeah, he is in the Bob world. He's also in the Nicole Byer and Sashir Zamata world. Like he
Yeah.
overlaps with all these comedy friends and groups that it's also kind of this weird Marvel universe, like cinematic universe. Like when they say
Yeah.
Mateo, are they talking about that Mateo? And is that really related to Nicole? And like,
Yeah.
that's kind of fun when you're listening to these different podcasts and people talk about like where their influences
It's
come
so
from.
awesome to like really think about the cinematic universes that
That we care
you
about.
either
Yeah.
are in or you're not. Like you are
Yeah.
staunchly not. Like
What
you
do
don't
you,
know none of these people, or you know every one of these people. Like,
right. What do
yeah.
you mean you don't know that Mateo and Jacob play Mario Kart 8 until 3 a.m. every
Yeah.
weekend? Like, I don't
What
know
do you
what your
mean you
problem
don't
is.
know Peppermint? Like, like,
The Peppermint Bob and Mateo videos are just the best.
yeah.
And
Race. Like,
if you know, you know. But yeah, he came to the Kennedy Arts Center up in DC this past year and put on a great show. He had like 3 or 4 headliners, all like queer, transgender, black, like an awesome opening set of like comedians that opened for him that were really great. I even don't completely hate his friend Nick, who he does a lot of stuff with.
I can't get past the voice.
It's so annoying. It's so bad. I know somebody. We were at school with somebody that works with Nick in his real estate office. So
Really?
every time I post something, Rob will be like, "I work with him. I know."
Uh,
Like, I'm just like that's funny as shit. 2 degrees of separation, but yeah. I find Mateo funny. He's coming to Richmond here in a few weeks.
yeah.
I might go see him. I think it might just be too close to Ireland, but that was a lot of fun. And then I got to see Trixie and Katya live and got to
Yes.
see them in their podcast format,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
was important. So
Very
for those
different.
who played along, me and Tim got to see them do their theater show, their live show that they wrote
Yeah,
and
like they're
produced.
like cabaret type of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a scripted thing they did. It was about a 2 hour show, and they toured on it in I think 2022. And it wasn't the worst thing ever, but I know them and love them for their banter.
Yeah.
And seeing them in a stage production was just like, oh, okay, that's fine. So when they announced they were going on a podcast tour and they were coming to Richmond, I was like, fuck yes. And
Yeah.
me and Al got front row seats. I got to see up their skirts. Trixie looked at me directly in the eye and said one of her jokes. I fucking died.
And she
And
fell in love with you.
she fell in love with me and she's been looking for me ever since.
Yeah. I mean she does like your type. Like
She does like a certain type of bear.
yeah.
And I think I would be definitely up her alley.
She loves a Thai bear. Yeah, sure.
Not that this is good, but it was also the week before Katya had to go back to rehab. So Katya was in like
He
Katya.
was reeling.
She was wild. This girl was wild.
We
And I'm
don't
glad.
want Mary happy. Get her
Oh,
on drugs.
and of that tour, they posted the Richmond show in their podcast feed, so you can hear how wild that show was with Katya. Love you, Katya. I'm glad you're doing better. So, but yeah, like getting to see them live was a dream come true. I'm a stan at this point. What about you? What else you got on your list?
I've really been loving this restaurant called Planta. It's
Ooh,
in Atlanta. It is a vegan restaurant, so everything is plant-based or vegan, and it's delicious. One of their appetizers is a 1,000 layer potato with kale, not kale, with seaweed caviar. Delicious.
oh,
So
nice,
tasty. Um, so I've been there twice in the past month. So like I am
nice.
really like, and I'm thinking about it right now.
Yeah, you
So
are.
yeah, so that's really good. And I did my Digimon rewatch this year.
Oh
Like,
my goodness, how many episodes is
yeah,
that?
girl, I don't remember. It was so many.
That's wild.
I just did the first iteration. So, and I still, it actually hits harder because some of the stories, like it's not like I'm not just looking at these like cool animals become different animals. Like I'm thinking about the love that we share with each other, the responsibility that we have for others, the light that we give to people, the hope that we have, the friendship, the like the courage that you have to be in this life sometimes. And like it really like got me obliterated with like tears.
Oh,
Like there was so, like literally my fucking like cover was soaked
yeah.
in tears because I was just like, this is too much. Y'all don't understand. Y'all be listen, if you really want a series of me called Tim's Couch where I just sit and watch stuff that makes me cry or I be thinking too much about, just ask Editor Bear and maybe we can put something together. But
Amen.
yeah, like I Digimon is so good. It's so good. And I really
Nice.
appreciate it because it's more than like these monsters turning into bigger monsters. It is very much about the connection that you have and what it can bring about in evolution of everybody's life. So,
Amen. Good
yeah.
stuff.
So that was wild. What about you?
All right, I'm going to go through a major list. I'm going to go through some books and some other shows and things that I liked.
Okay.
I Bury Your Gaze. I already talked about it. Really good book.
Hmm.
Loved it. Read it. Fake Dates and Mooncakes.
Hmm.
Asian rom com YA novel that is like the closest thing to like a Jennifer Lopez rom com you can get into a book. It's so cute and
Hmm.
so low stakes. It was perfect summer reading.
Yeah.
Fake Dates and Mooncakes. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens, the I Love You Simon book. Skip it. It's fine. Gentleman Guide to Vice and Virtue. That was my favorite book I read this year.
Gotcha.
YA 1700s. Two best friends have to like go to boarding school and like they get misadventures and it's a lot of fun. Um, they both die at the end. Really great YA book that spoils in the title, but really enjoyed that. There is no Ethan. That was really fun. That was the catfishing book.
Hmm.
Really good. So true story, but also like really crazy twist ending. TV shows. Shogun is that was back in like February, March, maybe April. Still my favorite show of the year.
Hmm.
Shogun on Hulu, fucking amazing. Go watch it. It's worth it. And really enjoyed English Teacher. Love that Brian is out here shaking his ass on TikTok trying to make people watch his show. It was a lot of fun. It's really stupid, which was very helpful during the selection cycle. Um, and we have one more episode of Free Ren, the anime. 28 episodes. We finished episode 27 last night. Unless the ending is the worst thing that ever happened, it is extremely good. So I highly recommend watching Free Ren. A very emotional, similar to Interview with the Vampire. It's about this elf that has lived for 1,000 years, and
Hmm.
she kind of acts emotionless with her friends, but
Yeah.
find these ways in which she's connected to people and she remembers them. So it's
Hmm.
about like everybody around her dies. Humans
Yeah.
only live so long, so she has these like cycles of her life where you get flashbacks and she's on a current adventure and people are trying to understand her, but it's hard to understand people who are immortal.
Yeah.
So and see time differently. So really beautiful. The music's amazing. Free Ren, the anime, Run Don't Walk. It's good stuff.
Nice. I read a lot of books. It's just like they're they're business books. Like
You trying to get
they're
that
like
money.
yeah, like the perfect score, like the perfect business structure handbook, Rich Dad Poor Dad,
Yeah.
I Will Make You Rich, uh, like just a bunch of books about money. Like I read a lot about ways to structure things in my life.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing, Tim. I appreciate that.
No problem. But I have one more huge thing that I'm grateful for.
Do you? What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for Editor Bear because
Editor Bear!
he has, I mean, not just this year, but last year, all that combined, he has done 101 episodes, gonna be 105 soon. Maybe like, wait, 104. Uh, maybe three. I don't know. The point is, you do a lot, and don't think it goes unnoticed. So you're my favorite thing this iteration. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
I appreciate it. I know we're just gonna have that moment in the episode where we're being cheesy. You and I had a bunch of fun adventures this year.
We did. We did.
We went on that cruise. We didn't die. You know,
We did not die. We enjoyed most of it.
we had a good time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sickly, and that's what happens. But you know,
That's only when you do too much.
I went too hard, too fast. I'm not a
Yeah.
young buck anymore. But I did enjoy that. And then you and I at Cannonball, bells of the ball, bells of
That
the ball.
was a good moment for both us, me, we.
Yeah,
Or
we had a
it
really good time.
was good. Um, I have a question though.
Yeah.
Do you have an artist that like maybe you like kind of like your cologne that like harkened back that came back into your life?
That came back into my life this year. Um, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I tend to have the same boomerangs,
Yeah.
particularly when people drop new albums.
Did you go see Seven Dust a couple times this year?
Yeah, I mean, they're a boomerang. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty much always listening to them.
Yeah.
And when they drop a new album, which they did last year, I'm listening to them a lot. Um, I'm trying to think about somebody that kind of fell off that came back on my radar specifically. Um, I have had a little bit of a Gaga sense.
Hmm.
She's been going between her weird and American songbook stuff for so long
Yeah.
that I kind of fell off. And then um, Marry the Night, it's like the third or fourth single off that album, but that shit is a banger. And I heard it, I threw it on one of my playlists for one of my shows. I was like, motherfucking Gaga, I forgot about Gaga. And so I did revisit a lot of her catalog this year and have incorporated more of her music. That last album from 2020 was actually not bad. It was a little Cher Goes to the Club, but it was still really good.
Yeah.
What about you? Any boomerangs come back around?
Jojo.
Dojo. Oh, wow.
Jojo.
Oh, Jojo. I said Dojo.
Yeah.
Jojo. Yeah, Jojo.
Yeah, she came back with a vengeance. Like I said, like Porcelain, and now she has another single, which I am blanking at the title of, but it's good. Too Much to Say is what it's called.
Okay, yeah.
And it's giving me life for sure. And it
Nice.
caused me to go down a rabbit hole with her this year.
Nice.
And I was like, oh yeah, yeah, definitely in my bag with her.
Were you at the Pride where she was the main performer down in Norfolk? Did you go to that one with me, Kevin? And
I don't think so.
oh, that's one of those things. I'm like, I hope you were there because I know you love.
Oh no, I did. I was there because I ended up going to the middle, and they tried to make sure that she heard me singing, but I was like, no. I was like, no, baby.
I was like, I thought you went to that one. Yeah,
Because this beautiful angelic man took me by the hand and was like, come with me. And I was like, absolutely, I will go with you.
I'll go with you anywhere, baby.
I will cross the ocean for you. But like, yeah,
Nice.
shout out to Chip. He says that a lot.
A boomerang for me this year actually was Green Day.
Oh,
So I loved Green Day and
Yeah.
still love Green Day. They've had like between 2010 and now, their
Yeah.
albums we're in our 40s and 50s now.
Yeah.
You can only be angry and punkish for so long before you fall off a little bit. It's fine. But they dropped an album this year that I just randomly decided to give it a shot and really, really like it. And then they went on tour, and this year is the 30th anniversary of their album Dookie, which was their big breakout, and then the 20th anniversary for American Idiot, which was like their second life.
Yeah.
So like a decade after their biggest album, they had
The one that I know.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's wild. I remember in 2004 when American Idiot came out because it took a minute to go off.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like they're 10 years out from Dookie. They're so old, you know? and then American Idiot went off. And
Yeah.
now it's crazy how like life cycles and like career cycles are like that.
Yeah.
But their new album is really, really good. And so they did their sets on their tour where like they did the whole Dookie album, they did the whole American Idiot album, and in between they did some of their new stuff. And I was like, perfect. This was great. So so they were a boomerang, and they've been on my gym playlist a lot. So
Nice.
thanks, Green Day. All right, Tim, what's making you live this week?
What's making me live this week is soup. I have been eating a lot of soup. Like I love soup.
Are you just saying you love soup? I love lamp. I love soup. You
I
love soup.
do. I love soup. I can't help it. It's so good. It's so warm. It's so like filling, and you can never put like the wrong thing in it. It's just so good.
Amen. Go soup. Soup's having a moment.
What are you?
Soup. Who knew? Who knew? Soup.
Shout out! Shout out to soup.
Shout out
Like
to soup. Love soup. Love soup.
love soup.
Oh, you're fucking killing me, Tim. I love you so much. Love soup. Let me tell you what's making me love this week.
You should, because what is making you live this week? Uh-oh.
I am 41 officially now.
And you are.
I have a decent income,
And you do.
and I don't have a lot of responsibilities to other people.
And you won't.
So what that means is that when it's 8 a.m. on a Monday,
Yeah.
and I see the Coachella lineup, and I've never been before, and I daydream all day about going, and I find a code,
Yeah.
and there's still a VIP pass available,
Yeah.
I bought a motherfucking VIP pass to Coachella today.
And did, motherfucker.
And it's one of those things, like, it's not the cheapest thing I've ever done in my life, I'll be honest with you.
And it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, and that ticket to get out to Los Angeles was also not inexpensive.
And it won't be the most expensive thing that you do either. So
The hotel to not camp with all them smelly ass bitches is not going to be the cheapest thing I've ever done. But I'll tell you what, I'm fucking excited.
you
I'm
should be.
so excited.
Because you're doing Coachella how you 20-year-old bear wanted to do it.
That's right. I did Bonnaroo in the mud. Never again.
do you
Never
remember that
again.
red streak you
Girl, girl. Back rolls.
beast? How dare you?
Shout out to John, Al's brother. He went last year and he had such a good time that he actually bought his ticket super early this time. And so I like thought about it, but like a lineup really has to work for me to want to go. Like those things they can be pricey. And then if you don't like the lineup, it's like, I
But
don't
what a
wanna go.
lineup this year.
The fucking lineup is bangers.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited. And so I get to go out to Los Angeles again.
Yeah.
And, well, I say LA, I'm going to Coachella, which is technically 3 hours away from LA. But I get to go to California. I get to go do my little weekend getaway with a bunch of bands and artists that I love. And a bunch of them I don't know. That was the best part of Bonnaroo. Was going to see all the acts at like 11 a.m. that like nobody was watching.
Yeah.
And, like, watch them put their shit up. That's the
And
best
that
part.
like probably next year will be like the biggest thing.
They're gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you also get to see Green Day with like 90,000 people. It's like, all right, well, I guess I'll do that.
On holiday, right?
Yeah, holiday.
Okay, yeah.
On holiday. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I've been inundated with whiteness for years.
A
So.
catchy song is a catchy song. A hook's a hook. Yeah, so I bought my ticket to Coachella. I'm so excited. That happened today, so I'm still riding that wave.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm living for.
I
Tim,
love that.
where can people find us?
You can find us anywhere you can find it if you can.
Where are you, Waldo? Come on.
I don't know where she is. I haven't seen her.
Hope she's okay.
Well, she's okay too. And I hope this isn't going to be something that I'm gonna have to like think about and be like, ooh, sorry.
Ooh.
So ask me that again so we can edit that out.
I'm gonna beep it out, and we're gonna have that whole thing. It's gonna be great. Where can people find us, Tim?
You can find us anywhere you can find sodium, literally in every single packaged food.
There you go.
And then mostly and importantly, you can find us at cubandchub.com.
That's right. Get your sodium intake at cubandchub.com, where you can watch our episodes. You can buy our merchandise. You can see our pretty, pretty faces. Look at these pretty faces. Yeah, another week, another episode. Tim, the holidays are approaching. Our anniversary is approaching.
It is. It is.
Year two's almost done, baby.
I feel like we need to be close to one another at that
Oh
point.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Need to figure something out. But
Yes.
I miss your face. I hope you're doing okay. Love you
I
bunches.
miss yours. I'm doing wonderful. I know you are too.
Mwah. Everybody have a good week. We'll see you next time.
Everybody say love.